I've never met so many cowards in our black men in show business. I've never met so many black men that have no backbone.
Because I would feel less than a woman if I didn't let y'all know what the was going on.
And when I heard you go on the air and you said, my sister done burnt too many bridges and there's nothing I can do for her now. Steve, do you know how hurt I was?
We all know Steve Harvey has undergone a major rebranding, transforming himself into the go-to guru for relationship and friendship advice. But here's the scuttlebutt that's got everyone talking. Industry insiders are seeing him in a whole new light. The drama kicked off when Monique spilled the beans, accusing the celebrity host of not practicing what he preaches. According to the comedian and her own encounters with Harvey, he not only left her hanging when she needed him as family, but might have also thrown her under the cash machine for a few bucks. It's a shocker because we've always seen Steve Harvey as this stand-up guy, dedicated to uplifting his fellow black community. But it now seems there might be more to the story, a real plot twist in the world of celebrity. So what exactly did Monique reveal? And how did Harvey respond to this bombshell? Be sure to tune in and watch the complete video to get all the details.
When I went on the Steve Harvey show, I knew the conversation I was going to have with my brother. I didn't know the conversation he was going to have back with me.
Over the years, Monique has found herself entangled in the intricate world of showbiz, where doing business can be quite the maze. This comedian turned actress has not shied away from sharing her ongoing struggles with various individuals in her industry. In this case, she's clashing with someone she once considered an ally. Whether it's through her stand-up comedy routines or candid interviews, Monique has always been ready to confront whatever challenges the power players in the entertainment industry throw her way. However, her recent tip with Steve Harvey takes the cake. It's an entirely different ballgame because she believed he had her best interests at heart. To her shock, the celebrity TV host seemed to prioritize his wallet over their friendship. Now she's going all in, using every resource she has to call him out on it. The whole saga began when Monique found herself in a tough spot with fellow comedian D.L. Hughley. According to reports, the trouble started after they both appeared on a show together in Detroit in May. What initially seemed like a contract dispute between D.L. Hughley and Monique has since escalated into a full-blown feud, complete with a flurry of attention-grabbing social media posts and ongoing commentary from spectators. And guess who decided to chime in? None other than Steve Harvey. While Hughley recently hinted that he had said his final piece on the matter, the ongoing dispute still captures widespread attention. Here's how it all went down. During a show at the Fox Theater in Detroit on May 28 last year, Monique told the audience that she was originally supposed to be the headliner of the show. She also claimed that Hughley insisted on taking the top slot, refusing to hit the stage otherwise. Monique made it crystal clear that the specific order of the performers was a major factor in her decision to sign on for the show in the first place. During her performance, she didn't hold back and openly both mocked Hughley and Steve Harvey, not mincing her words.
If you signed the that's what the is. So tonight, see, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break it down for you, Detroit, because I would feel less than a woman if I didn't let y'all know what the was going on.
Hughley took to Instagram to respond, mentioning the order of the performers as listed on the event's tickets. He claimed that he had taken a chance by working with Monique, going against his better judgment and the advice of his team. He pointed out that the ticket stubs determined the order of the names, implying that Monique didn't have a contract, proving that she was the headliner, unlike him. In response, Monique didn't hold back. She asserted that Hughley's behavior was a glaring example of the bias against black women in the entertainment industry, emphasizing the importance of contracts. By May 30th, both Hughley and Monique had shared various paperwork related to the Detroit show on Instagram. It was at this point that Steve Harvey decided to step into the feud, a month into the ongoing drama. During a discussion on the Steve Harvey Morning Show with his panel, he made it clear that he couldn't care less about what Monique thought of him.
I could care less than about what you think about me. Trying to sound profound now.
Speaking more broadly about artist-to-artist feuds, Steve Harvey shared his belief that the primary goal of shows should always be to entertain the audience. He emphasized that, in his view, this is the fundamental mission of a stand-up show. Harvey also pondered what might have transpired behind the scenes that led to the dispute between D.L. Hewley and Monique. He suggested that someone, perhaps Monique's management, had assured her that she would be the headliner, but as he pointed out, that information turned out to be incorrect. Hewley had posted the contract online, and according to Harvey, it indicated that they were co-headlining the show. In the world of comedy, co-headlining can affect the earnings, as both comedians typically receive the same pay in such arrangements. On the very same day, Monique and her husband, Sidney Hicks, posted an hour-long video on Instagram. In this candid video, they delved into the Hewley feud and also addressed broader issues that they believed were at play. Steve Harvey didn't escape their discussion either. Monique firmly stated, "I've never stopped being a stand-up comedian, baby," making it clear that she's been actively performing throughout. She called out any attempts to create a false narrative and urged everyone to stop doing so. In the video, Monique also challenged Hewley's claims that the audience didn't enjoy her performance that night. According to her, the audience gave her standing ovations both when she entered and exited the stage. She didn't hold back, telling Hewley that it was just his bad night and that he couldn't rise to the challenge posed by that particular audience. However, after a period of back and forth, Monique decided to let bygones be bygones. But the drama didn't end there. Steve Harvey and Monique had a second clash, this time on the Celebrity Hosts TV show. They sat down to discuss some industry issues the comedian was facing at the time, and let's just say things got messy. It was a sit-down that made headlines and kept people talking.
But none of y'all in real time, was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus.
According to reports, Monique and Harvey had a heated on-camera clash over her claims that she was sidelined in Hollywood after winning an Academy Award in 2010. During an interview on Harvey's talk show, the 55-year-old comedian and actress revealed that she, along with her husband and manager Sidney Hicks, got labeled as difficult for pushing back when the producers of the movie Precious asked her to engage in more Oscar campaigning. Monique recalled, "I said one word, and that was a no. I said no to some powerful people, including Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Lionsgate." She explained that the difficulty arose when people who looked like her, including Steve Harvey, didn't support her decision. Monique believed that Harvey, among others, knew she wasn't in the wrong, yet they publicly criticized her without speaking to her first. Harvey defended his stance, saying, "You and I had this conversation. I thought you went about it wrong. I felt that you had done yourself a disservice by the way you chose to go about it." Monique's comments came nearly 9 years after she refused to campaign for her role in Precious during awards season and faced criticism from director Lee Daniels for her demands, despite winning an Oscar for her performance. Even after winning the Oscar for her role in Precious, Monique made a bold statement in her acceptance speech by saying, "First, I would like to thank the Academy for showing that it can be about the performance and not the politics." Despite her victory, Monique has consistently claimed that she faced consequences for her actions. In a 2015 interview with The Hollywood Reporter, she asserted that she was blackballed in the industry for refusing to conform to its norms and play the game. This wasn't the first or only instance where Monique publicly called out powerful figures in Hollywood. In January 2018, the Baltimore native called for a boycott of Netflix, citing gender and color bias, after the streaming giant offered her a relatively small sum of $500,000 for a comedy special. This was in stark contrast to the multi-million-dollar deals given to comedians like Amy Schumer, Chris Rock, and Dave Chappelle. During her conversation with Harvey, Monique revealed that her family had suffered due to the loss of opportunities stemming from the Oscar controversy and her Netflix dispute. She expressed disappointment that prominent African Americans in Hollywood, including Harvey, had not publicly supported her during these challenging times. She expressed her disappointment, saying,
I was not wrong. Each one of you said to me, Monique, you're not wrong. And when I heard you go on the air and you said, my sister done burnt too many bridges, and there's nothing I can do for her now. Steve, do you know how hurt I...
Harvey responded by expressing his hope that they could move past their differences, saying, "What I want really is for you to come through because I know who you really are." However, fans in the internet community weren't easily swayed by Harvey's words. Many saw through his refusal to acknowledge his role in turning his back on Monique when she needed support the most. This aspect of their conversation became a focal point of discussion on the internet. What are your thoughts on this? Do you believe Steve Harvey treated Monique unfairly? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. And while we anticipate further updates, be sure to watch the upcoming video where we unveil additional surprising information.